Okay, I'm going to get right to it and try not to babble too much, but I wanted to take a moment to talk about my supposed birthday beach party that happened yesterday, because a lot of people are already asking me how it went, and so many people were supposed to come and everything, but it was such a crazy, dramatic little day. So much happened that I felt like I had to verbally vent about it and let everybody know what all went down, stuff like that, why I was so disappointed and didn't have as much fun as I coulda, woulda, shoulda. But basically, before I even got to the beach, the day was already ruined because at about 11 o'clock, was going to go pick up the first person that I was supposed to give a ride to, Javi, who lives about 5 minutes from me, off of Gessner and Kempwood. Basically, my car started dying on me and giving out. The transmission, I'm assuming it was the transmission, started, the wheel locked up, and it wasn't moving. Thought it was just out of gas because my gas gauge is messed up. So I was fortunately able to pull into the Walgreens right there on the corner, and unfortunately didn't even have my phone on me with my contacts, even though my phone doesn't work. Didn't even have a shirt on because I just gotten out of the shower, and so I obviously wasn't planning on getting out of the car, so I felt totally screwed and totally, it was just crazy because I was like, just the one moment where this could not be happening to me, on my way to get ready for the beach. The big beach party that I had planned, I spent at least a couple weeks planning it, spent so much time and effort planning it, preparing for it, trying to make everything happen, pull everything together on my limited resources of funds and supplies. So after I safely park my car in the Walgreens parking lot, go over to the Chevron across the street, get some gas in my gas can, spend up the last of my money on like $10 worth of gas, put it in the car. Doesn't start, or it does start. No, the car started fine. So anywho, but it just basically wasn't moving. Wouldn't go in reverse, wouldn't drive forward, nothing. It would rev up the engine. So basically then I went back to try and go use a payphone. The nice guy working the gas station let me use his cell phone. Tried to call my mom to come get me because I didn't know who else to call. So I had to get back to the house, try and get all of other people. But basically, standing outside of that Chevron, shirtless with no money and no cell phone, was having the worst panic attack, freak out I have ever had, even more so than the time I got arrested. I was hyperventilating, I was shaking, my limbs were cramping up because, I don't know, something with the blood flow. I couldn't, was nauseous, felt like I was going to throw up, wanted to pass out, just was freaking out so bad. And then to top it all off, when my mom picks me up, being totally unsympathetic and unsupportive, and for some reason couldn't understand what I was going through, just not helping the situation, that my mom was giving me a hard time about it all, like it was my fault and like I can control everything that was happening to me. So I finally get home, get a hold of everybody that I need to. I get Kevin to come get me from downtown. We go pick up Frank and Aaron, and finally start heading down there around 1:30 or 1:15, the time that I had planned on being down there. So I'm running an hour behind. We get down there to pick up Curtis and get the last of our supplies. Finally get down to the beach around 2:30. Well, after an hour, we get camp set up with the canopy and everything. After about an hour, finally a couple people start showing up. But basically, it was just really disappointing because so many people RSVP'd saying they'd be there, and they weren't. So, I mean, we still had a pretty good time. I made about 170 Jello shots. We got a couple 18 packs of beer. We had a bottle of Jack, a bottle of rum, a bottle of vodka. Overall, there was about 15 people that showed up. when I had about 20 people say yes, that they'd be there, and about 40 people say maybe they might be there. So, I mean, at least everybody that was there, all my people that actually did show up, had a good time, so that was good. And I was very appreciative, and it meant a lot to me, the people that actually were there to celebrate my birthday with me. So it's just, in the future, I'm just saying, people that say you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to be somewhere, be there. If you say yes to something, don't back out. I mean, like, I just don't understand why people can't follow through with the plan, and all these things. Was just a really disappointing day yesterday. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but anywho, so that's basically what happened with my beach party. But we did bring another thing. I know a lot of people were worried about the weather. Well, get this, the weather was perfect, just like I said it would be. We went through like 5 minutes of rain on the way down there, and it stopped even before we got there. And the weather was perfect to the beach. The water was not too cold, not too hot. Sun was shining, sky was clear. Just like I said, less than a 30% chance of rain. And so, anyways, I heard a lot of people talking about that, oh, it's going to rain. Well, it didn't. This is Houston and Galveston. The weather changes all the time. It could be raining 1 minute and 30 minutes later be clear skies. So, anywho, after we left the beach around 6:30, headed back to Corey's as planned, and I had a couple people tell me already that they said they couldn't find us at the beach. Well, we were exactly where I said we would be, at the beach. So you couldn't have missed us. There wasn't that many people at the beach that day at our spot. So we had a nice little camp set up. Afterwards, on the sunset, we had about 4 or 5 cars, and we all went back to Corey's new condo. Had a nice little time drinking some more there, and got in the hot tub for a couple hours or whatever, and so finally winded down the party around 2 o'clock. I'm not sure. But anywho, hope that clears up a few things about what all happened yesterday, and I just wish that some more people would have actually been there for me to help celebrate and be with me. I mean, I know it's hard to get in touch with me lately without my cell phone, but I'm online a few hours a day, so it's not like I'm unreachable. If you wanted to get in touch with me, you could have at least let me know you weren't going to be there. Apologized or something, because I don't know what else